Hi, this is Rob Leo. In this final Google Sites video tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to update and republish your site as needed. Throughout the year, you may continue to add content to your site. I'm here on the sites.google.com page that I've been working on. Notice I'm in edit mode. I'm not looking at it as if it was published. You can tell by the long string of characters in the URL. And let's say I want to update my site and maybe make some modifications. Maybe I'm adding some new content, for example. Once you're done doing that, notice if you go to View Publish Site on your new tab, there is no change. So what you must do if you want these updates to be pushed out is to, once it's been published, you just want to click the Publish button. And what that really does is kind of republish the site so that any changes you made are evident. So now when I click it, notice this is new content has replaced the previous text box. Notice, however, that this is not like other Google Docs where you can see the revision history and you can recover content that was lost over time. In this case, once you republish, the old content will have been lost. So once again, any updates you make to your site, no matter what page it happens to be, no matter how large or small, all of your changes are automatically saved on the edit side of things. But if you want to push those changes out to the published end user version of it, again, let's say I get rid of John Green's name and I need to click the publish button one more time. That way it will update the site, and when I view it, the changes will have come through. Anyway, Google Sites, again, if we're going to review, hopefully by now you've learned how to start from scratch and create a new site with the plus button. Hopefully you've been able to grasp how easy it is to insert content into your site from the insert menu, whether it's text, images, links, whether it's adding content from Google, all things Google, and specific things Google, and then of course adding pages, rearranging them. I guess one last thing we can talk about here is, let's say on my home page I want to create some sort of table of contents. Let me just go back to insert a text box. Say I've got my page 1, or I'm sorry, my page 2, my page 3, and my page 4. And I want to make it easy for my end user to navigate. Maybe I've got tons of pages that I'd like to hide. One of the things you could do, if you click on page 2, for example, and insert a link, instead of linking it to a website in general, you'll notice down below all the pages you've created are here as well. So you could jump between pages. And if I want to click on page 3, again, I click on the chain link, set that up to go to page 3. And if I want to go to page 4, same thing, highlight and select page 4. Essentially what I've done is I've created some sort of table of contents. Maybe you want to give this heading text to make it stand out. And maybe I want to bring it up to the very top of the screen. Let's just drag this over here. We'll adjust the borders of each text box, try to make it look nice. Bear with me just a moment here. And finally, my table of contents. Again, when I'm all set, I want to click Publish just to update those changes. And let's say I don't want my navigation to appear along the top, but rather I want my end user to rely on this table of contents. This is not something I recommend, but just to demonstrate how it works. If I go to my Pages menu, you'll notice the 3 dots. I could hide from navigation. That way page 2 disappears from my navigation. You'll see a visual indicator. Maybe the same thing for page 3 and page 4. If you recall, on page 4, I really had nothing here. So just a blank page, but let's say I want to get rid of that altogether, then I could remove from site. And that way page 4 has suddenly disappeared. Now my link goes nowhere. And I'll probably get some kind of error message that the page is no longer there. But then again, I did not republish, so let me fix that. And again, I'm expecting some kind of error to show up that the page doesn't exist. Google's spinning, trying to find it. It doesn't seem to have any luck. It just brings me back to the main page, the table of contents. So what I would need to do then is kind of delete this, or you could just click the pencil, Notice it's null now. You could remove the link just by clicking the trash and the link goes away. All right, so once again, to review, we've inserted multiple multimedia items into a page. We've rearranged pages. We've published. We've republished. We've unpublished. We've changed the themes. And hopefully, with a vision in mind, you can quickly create your own web page or ask your students to do so with some kind of structure so that they can demonstrate their content knowledge. Thanks for listening, and I hope you found this useful.